Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Haunt Talk. We're actually going to be talking about an escape room. So we are invited to the Boardman Hotel, their new escape room, the Michael Myers themed one, the Halloween escape room. Now this has been in the works for a while because we knew it was happening. Even when we did the Annabelle escape room, I think we mentioned it in that review. But yeah, we got to go out there. Now it was kind of more of a preview.
Yeah, they were testing people with it.
It should be officially open now.
Yes.
But when we went, it hadn't opened 100% to the public, but it was very finished. So we're not going to be necessarily giving like a number review or like anything like that, just because I know we've done that for like one of them in the past, I think, but we don't go to enough escape rooms to really like feel confident giving like, oh, this is like on a scale of 1 to 10 how good this one was.
Yeah.
So so we're just going to kind of talk about it, what we liked and stuff, and kind of what you can expect if you go there. And obviously we're not going to be like spoiling anything. We'll talk about things, but not talk about things real specific though.
Yeah.
So one thing that I did really like about this escape room, well, for one, I really liked the theme of it.
Yes.
Because I was wondering how they were going to do. I knew nothing before we went except it's Michael Myers Halloween themed. Mm-hmm. That's all I knew.
So you are invited to a Halloween party at this person's house. And when you get there, hell has broken loose and people are dead. And you basically have to secure the house and make sure that Michael doesn't get you, is basically the premise of the haunted of the escape room. Yeah,
the overall goal is to unlock a safe and get a gun to stop Michael Myers. That is the goal that you're given when you get in there. So the majority of this takes place, and no, not the majority, all of it takes place inside of the house.
Yes.
And it's not a real big escape room, so we did it with 6 people. It was big enough I think it can hold up to 8. I feel like I would highly recommend doing it with a little bit less than 8. I think 4 to 6 is the perfect number.
Yeah, I would agree.
And one of the things that the creator told us that this one was a lot less like reading comprehension. Mm-hmm. It's a lot more like problem solving and like group effort.
Yeah.
And that definitely is true because now there are like, I don't even know if I'd call them riddles, but yeah, there's not like a lot of like wordplay puzzles. It's really like exploring and trying to figure out how you might need to get a certain thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like this one I will say really did involve really looking in every nook and cranny. Mm-hmm. And again, it's hard to talk about things without spoiling, but it's really cool. There's a certain thing that when you go into the room, and there's something that will surprise you quite a bit. With how you solve a puzzle that deals with the fridge. That's all I will say there. When you do it, you'll know. And when you start to find the pieces to solve that puzzle, it will probably freak you out a little bit. And I really enjoyed that. One thing that I do really like, and I don't think this is a spoiler in any way, but they do incorporate an actual actor. I was going to say character. I also actor.
Yeah.
That does play the role of Michael Myers. I don't think this would work if it didn't have a Michael Myers. And throughout the experience, he's trying to basically get in.
Yeah. Yeah. And it does kind of like add to the suspense because you're like, oh my God, he's getting through.
Yeah.
And you think, he's going to get through. We have to like stop him faster, even though you have, a set amount of time and everything like that. But yeah, he does like in intervals, like come at you, like, or try to get in there. And I thought that was really cool. I did like that a lot.
Yeah, I think that was really cool. And this is the first, and again, we haven't done a ton of escape rooms, but this is the first one we've done that's incorporated an actor into the mix. Yeah. And yeah, I just don't see how you could do a Halloween one, like, that's basically, I mean, like, the face of Halloween is literally Mikey, so, like, if they didn't have him, I feel like it wouldn't, I wouldn't feel as good, especially since the goal is to get a gun so you can basically shoot him type of thing. And I did ask, and they said they will always have someone being Michael Myers. So it wasn't just a for us type of thing. I would say, if I had to give this on a hardness scale for me personally, on a 1 to 10, I would probably put it at Probably a 7, I think, is the difficulty I would put it on.
Yeah, I have to agree. There was a couple things that we got stuck on, but
for
like
sure.
there was quite a few things that we were like, okay, we need to do this, and it was just a matter of finding the things
Yeah.
to figure it out. But then there was a few things that we were like, okay, I don't understand what is happening, and then we eventually figured it out, but it
Right.
took a little bit longer than we expected.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say 7 out of 10 is
Yeah, because I mean,
definitely-
there a lot of this stuff. Like when we did like realize what we were supposed to do, was kind of like, wow, we kind of felt dumb for not. It's like this was almost laid right out for us. So it might just
Yeah.
been our inability, just because we don't go to escape rooms as much as we'd like to. Because this summer just kind of went by, so we didn't get to go to many at all. We only did like I think 2. Well, not it wasn't even over the summer, but this year this will be our 3rd. I think we did this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think it was quite a bit of fun. There was, and again, it's so hard to talk about these without spoiling things. But there is a section of the escape room that does require you to be a little bit more physical.
Yes.
Which I did like that because it was a real creepy-ish element. Basically, there's a door to the bathroom that's unlocked, and you basically have to find a way to get in there. You can't unlock it directly, but there's a way to get in there. And like how you do that, I thought was kind of was pretty cool and creepy. And there's a lot of puzzles that are involved that way. There is a bit of gore in this escape room as well.
Yes, because again, you come in and people have been murdered, so obviously there is quite a bit of blood.
Yeah.
And then of course there is some bodies that you come upon. But yeah, it was a little gory.
There is a really cool thing that you will find that I thought was kind of gross. There is a scene where they use a projector for something.
Yeah.
That was pretty
pretty cool.
nasty.
Yeah, that was
and
pretty
it was a
cool.
little surprise when we found that, so look forward to that. But yeah, overall, I did really enjoy it. I think that the puzzles were all pretty fair, and there were a couple things that they might change a little bit. There's one thing in particular that if we wouldn't have asked for a hint, I don't think we would have figured it out. And there was only one thing. Everything else we, for the most part, figured out on our own. Well, there was one thing that I think that we did have to like basically get a hint for, and then we got the hint. That's what I was talking about. I'm like, wow, no idea why I didn't think of that. That was really stupid of me not to do that. But yeah, overall, like we really liked what we saw, and I really liked the fact that there's an actor and the theme of it. And I just thought there was pretty inventive puzzles. There is something that I liked where you find an object that will help you solve a puzzle, and then you actually might have to come back to it later.
Yeah.
So I like when they have something and it's not just for one purpose, it's for a couple.
Yes. Yeah, I always like that. I like when you have to use things numerous times, because sometimes you just kind of discard it and you're like, okay, we're done with that. And then it's like, oh shit, I needed that.
Right. I will say it was pretty lively as well. There was definitely a lot of interactive elements, and like the room would change environmentally from time to time.
Yes. Yes.
Which I did like. So that was really cool.
They do incorporate, like, at the beginning of the escape room, they actually do make you watch a video that kind of sets the tone for the whole thing, which is really cool. So they have like a little mini like a short film, so to tell you like kind of what happened, which I think is really cool, because you're not just going in there and they're like, oh hey, this happened, go do this stuff. You actually know ahead of time, you've seen it kind of happen. And so you go in there and you're like, okay, now we have to do this in order to
they have
finish
some nice
the
scene
story.
settings. They have a briefing room, which I know some escape rooms do that. They did that for the Annabelle room that we did there as well.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the only one we haven't done at this location is the Asylum room.
Yeah.
But I have heard I believe, is their most difficult one. I really did like the Red Door as well. I don't know if I like this one or the Red Door more. They're very different. I found the Red Door to be a bit scarier because there's a really, in my opinion, quite terrifying dark section that begins the Red Door.
I have to say that one was a little
really
bit
freaked
more.
me out.
Yeah, but that one's a little bit more intensive, I would say, definitely.
However, I will say that this one does have a couple jump scares, if you will, that did get us. There's not like a ton, so like if you're real like scared, like it's not like going to be haunted house scary. But if you are a fan of haunted houses, I think we will appreciate the tenseness of, there basically being literally somebody outside that's trying to get in.
Yeah.
And then also the couple jump scares that will happen. And each of them, I think, at least one of them in the group got a little scream from all of
Well,
us.
yeah, we literally lost something.
Because you, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that if you like haunted houses and you like escape rooms, if you're anywhere in the area, I think that you will enjoy it.
Yes.
I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and I would like to check out their asylum one. And they have another location as well. We did the Harry Potter, and we didn't do a review for it, but they also have a vampire-themed one. And it's like closer to Canfield area if you're familiar with it, but it is very close to this one. It's like less than 15 minutes away from this haunt. So, I don't know, like... Haunted houses I can marathon in a night, but escape rooms I feel like it fries my brain. I could do 2, and probably 2 would be all. Because, like, you're there for a while as well, especially if you're not doing well. This one we did finish with, like, 15 minutes to spare with some hints, obviously. But now, the Red Door, I think we literally finished with, like, 5... No, I think it was like a minute, actually.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes or something. It was down to, like, the wire. Yeah, we literally got it down to the wire.
But this one we did finish. We also did have more people. We only had 4 people for Annabelle, and they actually recommend more people for that room. So, yeah, that might be why we were able to finish this one a little bit faster. We did get stumped a few times, but yeah. Again, highly recommend it. Thank you to Boardman Hotel for having us out. It was a lot of fun, and we look forward to checking out the rest and to seeing what they do in the future. Let us know if there's an escape room you would like to see us do. Let us know. Do you like seeing us do escape room reviews? Because, again, we would like to do more of them, especially in the off-season, because a lot of them are open year-round. It's just... Yeah, I don't know. It's harder because a lot of them needs more than 2 people.
Yes.
And a lot of times it's hard for us to get a group of at least 4 together to all go to a place at a certain night. But we would like to do more and bring you more reviews, commentary. But yeah, I do really think this one's worth checking out. As always, make sure you're liking and subscribe, and also check out our Patreon if you want to help support us. Also, make sure you ring the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Because, of course, it is haunt season right now when you're watching this, and we have a lot of haunted house reviews. So, if you like haunted houses as well as escape rooms, we have tons of haunted house reviews this is our 8th season, so we've had 8 years, 8 years worth of haunted house reviews, and we have quite a few places we plan on going to. So, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next episode.
Bye.